So tomorrow we're going to be working on the Le Chatelier's principal lab, where there are a couple different reactions taking place. One of them being the iron ion plus the cyanate ion goes to iron thiocyanate. And we're going to measure a couple of different things that relate back to Le Chatelier. So we said that there are really four main things that affect our equilibrium. One is we have to add stuff to either side, and that changes which way the reaction is going to go. We can either, on the other hand, we can take away stuff from either side, and that changes which way the equilibrium is going to shift, which way the reaction is going to go. We can increase or decrease its volume, and we can increase or decrease its pressure. So part A of the lab is looking at how temperature affects our equilibrium and which way it's going to lie. So right now for my setup over here, we have 3 test tubes. I have my ice water bath. We want to add about 3 milliliters, so of potassium nitrate, which has the nice green label. We're going to use the dropper with the green marking on it. So green goes with green. 3 milliliters is about, these are 1 milliliter droppers, so 3 dropperfuls of this. We have 1, 2, 3. Make sure not to use the wrong pipette, because that's going to then mess up our reaction, and some of it might actually start reacting inside the pipette itself. After that, we need to add some of our solid potassium nitrate, which is on the lab station as well. So we're going to get a scupula or a spatula, just add a couple crystals to it as our seed crystal. Okay, so some of it should be still on the bottom there. If you see that it's all dissolved, just add a little bit more. But that looks good. And from there, we're just going to put it into our ice bath and let it sit. So, because you guys are going to be in partnered groups, one of you guys can do that, and the other group members can start working the other parts of it. So part B looks at the common ion effect, which is something we haven't talked about, but we'll get to on Tuesday. So I have 50 milliliters of distilled water. I have a little beaker that I'm going to pour it into. And let me go get a pipette. We need 1 drop of the iron trichloride. So we have iron trichloride. It has a blue label. Hopefully it'll be marked with a blue dropper. One milliliter of that. We need 1 milliliter of potassium thiocyanate. So I have potassium thiocyanate. And when we mix them together, we see this nice red color that forms. That is our that's our iron thiocyanate compound. From there, you can distribute it to 3 different beakers. 3 different test tubes. Be careful when you pour this. Try to do it as evenly as possible. Okay, so I have 3 different test tubes, and then For part B, you're just going to kind of manipulate what you're adding to it. So in tube 1, that's our control. We don't worry about it. Tube 2, we're going to add 20 drops of our iron 3 chloride. So backing in with this bottle and seeing what happens. In tube 3, you're going to do the same thing, but with the potassium thiocyanate. So this bottle. And to make it easier to kind of see some of the changes, you could put a sheet of white paper behind all of these to see the different color changes that's going on in this reaction. So I'll leave that there for now. Okay. So that is part B. Part C, we're going to do in this dropper bottle. Test tube. We need 30 drops of copper nitrate. If you can take 30 drops of this, you're going to add some base to it to form our copper hydroxide complex. And you're going to record that, and then at the end you're going to add some 6 molar HCl and see what happens. So obviously there are a couple of different safety things we have to look at. One, the HCl is 6 molar, so that's a little bit higher than what we've normally looked at. The base is 9 molar, so that's even worse, so try not to get that on your skin. If you do, wash your hands off immediately and let me know. But other than that, that's basically what we're doing in lab. So after you're done watching this video, take a minute to head back to Moodle, look for the quiz that goes along with this, labeled the Chatelier's Principal Lab Quiz, and take that. That's your homework for Thursday, or for tonight, depending on whatever day you look at it. And I'll see you in class tomorrow.